it seems like Elon was kind of a great entrepreneur and he was going, but when his child passed away, he became possessed. He wanted to save humanity. He wanted to kind of go and it became this thing of like, I'm going to level up my ambition. I'm going to level up, the risk that I'm willing to take. And that was like a very pivotal moment. Did you find the same thing when you were actually spending time with him and writing that book?
Yeah, it's a hard thing to talk about, because Elon's always, his first child died of sudden infant death syndrome. And Elon's always kind of downplayed it. I mean, maybe for obvious reasons, he just doesn't want to talk about it. His ex-wife, though, used to sort of try to talk about it. And Elon would just say, look, what's the point of dwelling on this? I've just got to get to work. So, it's a hard thing. I did try a few times to kind of get into it, but it was like one of those areas I don't know. Elon's in a bit more of like, I would call it like a expressive state than when I was doing a lot of interviews for the book. I think some of those things he wasn't used to talking about. But, I don't know. That's a good question. I never thought about it fully like that. He like SpaceX had already started then, but it was, and he'd always had this Mars idea in the back of his head. But at that point, it was more like to be the Southwest of space, to be really cheap and more like the people in the book to like get stuff to space all the time, really cheap. You have to imagine, right, that something like that has a huge impact on you. And if there's like any defining quality of Elon, it's like this relentless sort of pursuit of making the most of your time that you have. And so if you're playing armchair psychologist, you could definitely see how that kind of would feed into something like that.